So you want a security camera for your home. Sounds simple, right? But once you start searching, you suddenly see dozens of options. Some run on batteries, some connect with Alexa or Google Home. Others even use solar panels or act as smart home hubs. And that is where things get confusing. So today we are exploring some security cameras that bring interesting features to the table. Let's get started. Now let's start with the TP-Link Tapo C660, a solar-powered security camera kit that blends into your daily routines instead of feeling like a separate system. Tapo C660 works best when you want your home to feel aware, even when you are not actively checking it. Solar power plays a big role here. You place it once, then sunlight. And a 10,000 mAh battery keep it running day and night. No wiring plans, no outlet hunting, which matters when you treat security as part of the home setup rather than a project. Inside the app, things feel calm and intentional. AI understands the difference between a person, a pet, and a passing car, which means alerts feel meaningful instead of noisy. Coverage reaches almost full 360 degrees, and a patrol mode lets the camera scan your space on a schedule. Almost like a quiet routine in the background. When movement happens, auto zoom follows it naturally, so you see context instead of guessing. 4K clarity helps when you review moments later, whether that is a delivery at the door or activity near the driveway. Night stays colorful with starlight vision and spotlights, which keeps faces and details readable. Add local storage, voice control through Alexa or Google Home, and weather resistance, and this camera fits into a smart home without asking for constant attention. Then, the Aqara G5 Pro, and it feels more like a smart home brain than just a camera. It records at 4 megapixel resolution, which comes out to about 1520p video, so you still get sharp monitoring around entrances or patios. But the interesting part is the f1.0 aperture paired with true color night vision. That wide aperture pulls in a lot of light, so nighttime footage keeps natural color rather than turning into flat infrared scenes. Now where smart home enthusiasts usually get excited is the hub capability. This camera also works as a Zigbee and Thread hub. So instead of adding another bridge somewhere in the house, the camera itself becomes the control center for sensors, lights, and automation devices. Then there is the AI layer. Aqara built 7 visual AI functions and 4 audio AI functions into the device, powered by an internal NPU. That means the camera can interpret events locally while keeping footage encrypted through HomeKit secure video. If your home runs Apple HomeKit, Alexa, or Google Home devices, this camera quietly becomes a central piece of the ecosystem. Next, let's talk about the Arlo Pro Security Camera, 6th Gen. This one feels like the camera you place wherever coverage is missing. Since it runs on battery power, you can mount it along a driveway, backyard gate, or even a detached shed, without worrying about wiring. The camera records in 2K resolution with HDR, which becomes helpful when sunlight and shadows mix in the same scene. So, when someone approaches the front yard or driveway, the image stays balanced and easier to read. The 160-degree field of view also means one camera can cover a wide portion of outdoor space. Night monitoring stays detailed as well, because the camera supports color night vision instead of only infrared. Then there is the AI alert system. Arlo lets you create activity zones, so the camera focuses on specific parts of the frame. That helps reduce unnecessary notifications. And since it connects with Alexa, Google Home, SmartThings, and IFTTT, it slides naturally into most smart home setups, without needing a complicated configuration. Moving forward, the Eufy S4 Max feels more like a full surveillance system rather than a single camera. This setup uses a triple lens configuration that reaches up to 16 megapixels in total clarity. One camera provides a fixed 4K perspective with around a 122-degree view, while the lower PTZ section rotates through a full 360 degrees. So when movement happens across a yard or driveway, the system can follow it, rather than simply recording a fixed angle. Another detail enthusiasts often appreciate is the NVR design. Instead of relying on cloud storage, the system records directly to a base station with 2 terabytes of built-in storage. And if you want longer history, that capacity can expand up to 16 terabytes. Then there is the local AI engine. It can identify people, vehicles, and pets directly on the device. The system also supports cross-camera tracking, which means activity moving from one camera to another stays connected in the timeline. For larger homes or properties with multiple entry points, this system feels much more complete than a basic single-camera setup. Well, the Simplisafe Outdoor Security Camera series takes a slightly different path. It is designed to work as part of a full security ecosystem, rather than operating alone. The camera records in 1080p HD and captures a 140-degree field of view. That angle works nicely for entry areas like front doors, walkways, or driveways, where you want to see the full approach to the house. Now, one thing that adds a bit of active protection is the built-in 90 decibel siren. If you notice suspicious activity through the app, you can trigger the siren instantly. That level of sound tends to get attention very quickly. The camera also supports two-way audio, so you can speak with someone through the device, and you can respond directly. Power options stay flexible as well, because the camera supports both wireless and wired installation. And if the system runs with Simplisafe monitoring plans, it can connect with professional security services for an additional layer of response. Now, here is a camera that leans heavily into self-sufficient outdoor monitoring. The YOYIRYB Smart Security Camera records in 4K resolution, which means the footage holds enough detail when you zoom into something like a license plate or movement near a gate. Coverage also feels very flexible. The camera supports 355 degrees of pan and about 90 degrees of tilt, so it can rotate and monitor most of the yard from a single mounting point. Then there is the solar setup. The system includes a 5,200 mAh battery, and the panel can keep it powered with roughly 2 hours of sunlight per day. That makes it useful for areas where running power cables would feel inconvenient. The camera also includes a 6x digital zoom and AI tracking. When motion appears, the camera can follow the subject across the frame instead of staying fixed. You also get two-way audio and a loud 120 decibel siren with flashing lights. So if something unusual appears around the property, you can respond instantly through the mobile app. Next, we have the Google Nest Cam Outdoor 2nd generation, and this one feels very natural if your home already uses the Google ecosystem. Because the camera runs on a wired connection, it stays powered all the time. That means consistent monitoring without worrying about charging cycles. It records in 2K resolution, so when you open the feed, you get sharp detail across entry points or driveway areas. And the camera uses advanced AI detection to recognize people, vehicles, and even animals. Instead of random motion alerts, the system can describe what actually happened. You can also set custom activity zones. So if you only care about movement near the door or garage, the camera focuses alerts on those areas. Everything runs through the Google Home app, which makes live viewing and playback simple if you already use Google devices. With a Google Home Premium plan, the camera can also provide continuous recording and deeper video history. So for Google-based smart homes, this camera fits very smoothly into the ecosystem. That was all. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more.